Hello YouTube, this is AndrewTheRed. So I thought I'd do a little intro video before getting into the other videos on all of my entire library as of September 2012. So behind me you can see some of them right now, some of the shelves, and the education shelf is over here, which you won't be able to see. And then right behind me is the middle shelf there, and I have a painting up there just kind of block the window. But so the videos I've done is everything that I have up to about the middle of September, and all the sections. So, and you can see up here there's the science section, there's philosophy 1 and 2, and then down into here is political philosophy, economics, and history is at the very bottom. Behind me was literature, and then the one to my right shoulder is modern literature, opinion, kind of cultural stuff, modern politics, and some Canadian war history stuff, and then random history, American history, modern history, and then history of antiquity, and then reference books, and then education's all back over there. Also, for this video, I want to mention a few YouTube channels out there that actually have content similar to mine. So, for example, MrCropper, which I've mentioned a few times. So that's just MrCropper. He's got tons and tons of videos on this kind of stuff, including all kinds of book reviews and things like that. As well, also 99, so N-I-N-E, and then the number 9 and then S. She also has a few videos where she talks about what kind of books she has. There's also haggsbo, H-A-G-G-S-B-O. He's got a few videos on his bookshelves. He's got some good stuff. And jwoodswce. He's also got a video, 15 books, and there's some good stuff in there too. Other than that, and I've done quite a bit of searching on my own, looking for other people that have decent books on their shelves. Other than that, I haven't found anyone out there that's got content that I think is worthwhile. Most of the, if you search for my library, if you search for books in general, most of it is people that have all kinds of crap literature. So it's pretty difficult to find really good people with really good libraries. If you know of anybody else with videos up with decent stuff, please leave a comment on this video so I can go and find them. As well as if you have decent stuff on your shelves, post a video. It's not that difficult. All you need is a webcam. I also have a few books here that I actually purchased in the last week that won't be in the videos that are next, and I thought I would do them here. So here's Cicero, Selected Works. Roman what? Statesman? Not sure. Rome. Yeah. Here is Balzac. Old Goriot. I don't know anything about him, but I know he's a name, so I had to pick that up. Here's Matthew Arnold, Selected Prose. Matthew Arnold wrote quite a bit of opinion letters on education, so that's why I picked that one up. Here's Coercing Virtue, the Worldwide Rule of Judges. I thought this might be interesting. It's pretty much brand new, and it's supposed to be about judicial activism with judges. Judges are only supposed to enact the law. They're not supposed to make laws. So here's a book that I think is supposed to be somewhat of a name, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. John Perkins is the author. It's supposed to be something, and I guess it's about foreign aid. Foreign aid propping up dictators overseas. It says how to cheat countries around the globe out of money. So, well, that might be interesting. Here's a great find. What was this? This was $2. This is a fantastic find. There's Hayek's Road to Serfdom. Didn't have a copy of this because it's expensive. I don't know why it's expensive, but I got it $2. Introduction by Milton Friedman. So that's a fantastic find. I'll be glad to look through this. One thing I should add, though, Hayek, apparently he obviously got the Nobel Prize in economics, but he also had quite a bit of scholarship in the social sciences, or in social theories, social theory. So interesting. It wasn't just economics for Hayek. Like, for example, he wrote an important work on the dissemination of knowledge in society. So that's important as well. Here's a Hitchens book, The Trial of Henry Kissinger. It was $2, brand new. I thought I would have it. Why not? It's Hitchens. He has some very good speeches out there. His writing is okay. The only book I have right now, other than that one, of his writing is Letters to a Young Contrarian. And I read that one, and I remember I didn't get much out of it. But Hitchens' public speeches, you can find them on YouTube. That is probably, that probably will do more for change and more for critical knowledge than his books, I think. Especially with this kind of, with these days, less and less people read, and more people are looking just to be entertained. Like the circus in Rome, bread and circuses is all they care about, it seems. Last one, The Tycoons. This is by Morris. And it's got Carnegie, Rockefeller, Gould, and Morgan. So brand new. It was $2.50, and it's brand new. Nice hardcover. I'll add that to my commerce section. If I ever want to look up about these great industrialists, then I will be able to do that. Alright, so that's it for new books for September 17th, I think. Or no, 20th. 21st. 21st. Leave your comments, especially if you know of other channels that have decent books. Not like, if someone says that their favorite book is 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight or Harry Potter or something like that, that doesn't count. I'm afraid that's not going to make the list of a decent library. But if you find others that have decent stuff on their shelves, not just literature, once in a while you're going to find people with some classical literature, like a lot of women that have YouTube videos up of their libraries. Once in a while you'll see some Jane Austen, for example, but still, they're not going to have very much. But if you find others that have some decent library stuff, some politics, some philosophy, some economics, something, then please let me know. And if you take note at the beginning of my video, where I mentioned the few names that I've seen that have decent stuff, go check them out. You'll see what I mean for decent libraries. And also, of course, if you have books and you have a decent library, then please show it off and let's see what you got.